All right, guys, so everybody knows who I am. I'm Dr. Vincent Adamo. Welcome to the workshop. Tonight we're going to be talking about 3 different solutions to your health. I created a PowerPoint so you guys can get some information, get more of a visual than just auditory learning. We'll do visual learning as well. One of the main things I like to do every single month, we do this, so keep in mind next month, you want to understand what we're going to be doing next month. Every month we try to educate, we try to teach. Most people don't realize that the word doctor in Latin actually means to teach, but not many people are actually doing that these days. How many doctors are taking their time on a Tuesday night after hours to make sure that their patients learn how to stay healthy at home? Not many doctors are doing this, but we are. So just you can see it's a little bit rainy out tonight, so we didn't get the huge crowd that we wanted to, but you guys are here, and I love that you guys are here. I appreciate it, but let's make sure the next workshop we get friends and family here too, because everybody needs to learn this information. So let's start going over some stuff, okay? So it says, to solve a problem, you must first need to know the cause. There are 3 primary causes of your problems. 1, it could be traumatic effects to you physically. There could be stress. It could affect your hormones. And then there's pollution. There's different types of pollution and chemicals within our food and our water system, and even medications. So 3 main problems that most people are dealing with. People have a physical problem. They're directly affecting emotional problems. Their hormones could be affected. And then they're also dealing with medications, pollutions, and the foods that we eat. So we want to talk about those. Children, most people don't realize that children have hundreds of physical traumas growing up. They fall while learning to ride a bike, right? Or ice skating, or any type of roller skating, pillow fights, wrestling. Those are all, they call those micro traumas to the body. But the problem is micro traumas, enough of them add up and they can cause problems in your body. That's why we suggest that you always bring your children in just to get checked. Now we want them to get checked just to make sure that they're growing up subluxation free, right? Subluxation is that spine being out of alignment, and we want to make sure your children are growing up subluxation free. It says, do you know that every square inch of your body has 14.7 pounds of atmospheric pressure on it? Okay, the same weight as a bowling ball. So nobody ever thinks about gravity, right? The pressure that we're just living in this atmosphere, how much that has to do with our daily we don't really think about how much that affects us on a daily basis, just walking outside and waking up in the morning. It says, do you know that all these traumas and physical pressures due to the proper function of your brain and nervous system and what can offset it? Okay? Everyone is familiar with the word stress, but few understand how actually it harms your body and what you can do to offset that damage, right? Most people know that we live in a highly polluted world. So you probably know that our air pollution, water pollution, there's numerous chemicals in them. So how many people are aware of that? Most people don't realize that we're breathing in billions of chemicals every single day, just in the air alone. We don't get it. So a lot of people come in here with all those allergies. They don't realize that a lot of that's happening from just the pollution outside in our air, right? It says, but do you have an idea how many chemicals are legally and illegally entering your body and what they can do to harm you and what they can do and what can you do about them? Right? Today we're going to discuss 3 factors that can interfere with your body's potential to heal and the solutions to heal them. Okay? With the methods taught at the workshop, you can reverse the downward spiral of disease and you can rebuild your body and give yourself a longer, healthier, and happier future. Okay? But first, let's find out. So we were going to give out the stress survey. I'm not going to give it out tonight, but the stress survey basically says, do you suffer with any health problems? Okay? So it also says, check off how many different things are going on within your health. Everybody here in this room, most people come into my office because they have some sort of a problem, an ache or pain, or their health isn't at 100%. Not everybody's running in here to say, just adjust me because I'm doing great. We get some of those patients. We would like more of those people actively taking care of themselves. But most people drive in here from having some sort of a health problem. So how many of us, raise our hands, have some sort of an issue, right? They don't feel good. There's an ache. There's a pain. Something's off on the blood test, right? So everybody knows that there's one or more symptoms. They have one or more symptoms. So it says, do you have one or more symptoms? If you do, Let me tell you what that means. If you have one or more symptoms, it occurs once. Does it occur once per week, or do you get concerned about that problem? It's never normal to have a symptom. A symptom is your body's way of communicating that something is not right and it needs to be checked. So I'm going to give you an analogy. The analogy is driving your car. All right? So you're driving your car and that check engine light comes on. Right? How long do you drive your car with that engine light on? George, how long do you drive it?
How long do I drive?
Yeah.
Not too long.
Not too long.
Oh.
Now, why don't you drive it too long?
The warning right there.
Yeah, because your car's giving you the warning sign that something may be wrong with the car. So the more you drive your car with that light on, what's more likely for the car to do?
Something's going to happen.
Something's going to happen, something's going to break down.
Yeah.
Doesn't the same thing go for your body? When you get an ache, you get a pain, you get a headache, and it doesn't go away. Isn't your body trying to tell you something's wrong? So how long will you go until you check it? A lot of people through this country are going a very long time before they start taking care of their health. Now another analogy would be if you're driving your car and that engine light comes on, so would you just put tape over the light? Right? Would you put tape over the light and say, oh, I can't see it, everything's fine, right? Isn't that the same thing people are doing when they're taking drugs rather than finding the cause to their problem? Right? Or trying to fix what's causing their health to be off? So instead of taking the car to get to the mechanic to lift the hood up and check what's causing that light to come on, right? They're trying to mask it with putting paper over it or putting tape. It's the same thing that 60% of Americans do every single day. By avoiding getting healthier, they take drugs to do what the body's supposed to do on their own. So the more you're taking medication, you're taking medicine for your body to do what it's normally supposed to do. And that's not the right way. We're going to tell you every single day in this office that's not the right way. You want to step back and say, what's causing this to happen, and fix what's causing it to happen. Now, don't get me wrong. There is medication out there that is used to help people. But I believe in this country we abuse it. Right? 1 out of 4 people walking down the street these days are on medication. Does not make sense. 60 to 70% of Americans that are over 60 years old are on 4 to 5 drugs a day. Okay? We're overusing it. We're abusing it. And it's not meant to get us healthy. People think, if I don't feel good, what can I take? What can I take? They run to the medicine cabinet. They run to Rite Aid, Walgreens to get the drugs that they need. What you want to understand is that body is self-healing. It knows how to heal itself. You have to just feed it the right fuel, right? You have to treat it the right way in order for your body to heal properly, okay? So it tells you that today you have 2 choices. The choice to either take drugs all your life or the rest of your life, or the choice to get healthy, right? If we could show you today how to get rid of some of your problems in a natural and affordable way, would you want to do that? Right? And everybody here is a patient, so we already know that you already took that step, that you want to get yourself well. So it says, let's begin the discussion. Discussion on the 3 solutions to health problems, looking at the brain and the nervous system's relationship to your health. Okay? Consider the following facts, which demonstrate incredible wisdom, healing, and the potential of our bodies when the brain is in control. About 2 facts, it says facts, about 2 million blood cells die in the human body every second, and the same number are born each second. You know how crazy that is? Isn't that a crazy number? 2 million cells, right? They die off and they rebuild on their own, right? Without medicine. Our body does this on a normal basis every single second of the day. Okay? It says red blood cells can make approximately 250,000 round trips of your body before returning to the bone marrow where they are born to die. So they're literally traveling throughout your body, throughout your body, throughout your body, throughout your body. Okay? The heart beats around 3 billion times in an average person's lifetime. It takes about 1 minute for a red blood cell to circle the whole body. At rest, the adult body takes in and breathes about 1.6 gallons of air each minute. Right? So how many people think about that, right? Why do we not think about that? Because the nervous system is called autonomic, right? An autonomic nervous system, in other words, it means automatic. It's automatically happening. We don't have to think if our brain's working right now. We don't have to think about breathing. Some of you I do tell to think about breathing because you don't breathe correctly, so I want you to breathe the right way. But we don't have to think how many times is my heart beating. The body is doing this on its own, from your brain down to your spinal cord, into your nerve system, out to every single organ, tissue, cell, muscle, every single part of your body. So this is an autonomic system, meaning that this system needs to automatically be working all the time. Okay? At the highest record sneeze speed is 102 miles per hour. That's pretty crazy, right? The surface area of your lungs is roughly the same size as a tennis court. The capillaries in your lung would extend 1,000 miles if placed from end to end. So these are anatomy tips that a lot of people just don't understand or don't even know. Or if you didn't take all this stuff in college like I did, how would you know this stuff? Half the time.
The surface area of the lungs?
Yeah.
What,
I mean, like the expansion.
Are they rippled or something?
Yeah,
so
for
you
sure.
spread
Yeah.
them out?
Same thing with your intestines. If you spread your intestines out long, it's like a football field. It's huge. So everything's bottled up in this one body, right? And it has to work harmoniously with each other. So it says the brain is the most powerful computer ever created. Its job is to keep your body in harmonious balance so you can achieve health. Consider these facts. Your brain consists of 100 billion neurons. That's about 166 times the number of people on this planet. Okay? It would take you approximately, so let's say, just around 3,100 years to count them all. Right? How much your brain is in charge here. Okay? It's the only human brain, one human brain generates more electrical impulses in a single day than the world's telephones put together. So your brain is really, really, really working here every day. Okay? When your brain has no interference, its ability to control and coordinate all the functions of your body to health. So no interference is what we're looking for. Okay? However, if your brain loses even partial communication with any part of the body, that part of the body will now start to malfunction. Once your body starts to malfunction, what do you think you get?
Pain.
Pain, discomfort, the symptoms, the alarms, the check engine light coming on. How are we going to ignore it? Why are we going to keep ignoring it? When you go home and your husband says, I don't feel good, why do you keep ignoring it? When you go home and so your wife's saying her back hurts or her leg hurts or her stomach's not digested properly, why are we going to keep ignoring it? Right? You got to do something about it. But you got to take the right approach to getting yourself healthy. Because if you stick to just taking medicine, that's not going to get you healthy. Okay? The brain communicates to the entire body through the nervous system. Nerves go to every cell, tissue, organ, gland, and that allow the brain to coordinate their actions. If these nerves are interfered with, they can lead to loss of function, disease, and symptoms. Okay? Interference often occurs due to a minor pressure or irritation to the nerve, and that is called a subluxation. So that's what we teach here. Subluxation is everybody's spine being out of alignment. It's now interfering with your nerve system. The word sub means less than, and the luxation means that the joint is separate or not fully there. It's not fully in attack with each other. Okay? They give you a great diagram here saying the brain into the body. So your brain has to communicate your body. This diagram says your brain signals down to your body, right? And your body has to signal up to your brain. If you interfere or cause a subluxation in that pathway, now you get malfunction and you get disease. Does that make sense? So if you interfere with the brain functioning with the body, your body starts to produce disease. Some people get it right away. Some people it takes years and years to build up. Everybody's bodies are different. Everybody's healths are different. Every single person here has different anatomy. Okay? The first of the three solutions to your health problems involves restoring normal function of the body by finding and removing any interference to the proper function of your nervous system caused by falls, accidents, traumas, and the gravity, posture, and pressure on your body. Okay? Numerous studies have been done to prove the beneficial effects of improving the function through hands-on techniques like chiropractic. Okay? So, why is everybody here getting adjusted all the time? to make sure what? Your nervous system's functioning at what percent?
100.
100%. And the more I adjust you, you'll notice more and more that you start to function better and better and better and better. And a lot of times somebody will come in here, tell me they have a hip problem, and then I'll adjust them and adjust them and adjust them, and they'll come back in a month as they're getting adjusted and tell me, Doc, I never told you I had a stomach problem, but it went away since you've been adjusting me. Right? Why do I get that all the time? Because the nerves control everything. So sometimes I could adjust your spine and your pancreas could be working better. Sometimes I can adjust your spine and your sugar will go down. I've done pre and post. I've adjusted people. I've taken people's blood pressure before I adjusted them, and then I adjust them and take blood pressure after, and their blood pressure drops down 20 points. Why does that happen? Because your brain starts to function better with your nerves, and the subluxation is then relieved. Okay? It says that the patients undergoing physical treatment designed to improve nerve function show considerably faster relief than it is undergoing any traditional medical treatment. Okay? This research shows that physical manipulation has removed pressure on the nerves, which was found to be more effective in treating children with infantile colic, so a lot of these kids are getting colic when they're born, than any type of drug. Right? So how many parents know to take their kids to the chiropractor at 1 year old? Right? Instead, the kids are puking and they're getting bad stomachs and not going to the bathroom properly, and then their parents at 1 year old are putting them on Prilosec at 1 year old. You don't know how many people come in here and tell me my kid's burping and they got him on some kind of drug for burping at 1 year old. Maybe there's an interference somewhere, right? So these are things why we're here learning today. Since a loss of normal functioning nervous system makes one become susceptible to stress, let's look how stress affects your health. The definition of stress, guys, stress is a heightened response to routine and out of the ordinary conditions and events. By heightened response, we mean that the stress glands of the body, which are known as the adrenal glands, repeatedly secrete their hormones, resulting in abnormal high quantities. Okay? The hormones were meant to be secreted for short periods of time. When unusually stressful events occur, they are secreted day after day because their life is continually stressful. They can destroy your health. So we talk about the adrenals in this office a lot because your adrenal glands are running a lot of your stress. They're dealing with your stress every day. They also run your daily energy. I know a lot of you here are already taking something called DSF, which is a nutrition for your adrenals. I've been taking that for 8 years. That helps your body deal with stress on a normal basis. What we're doing is when we're stressed out, we're literally not having our body work harmoniously itself, right? So what that does, especially with women, is it affects your hormones. And when your hormones are affected, some of the ladies in here just tell me, what happens when your hormones are affected? All right? Is it good or bad? Yes, it's not good at all, right? So we know when our hormones are affected, certain things don't work out well, especially for women.
Now, why is it especially for women?
Because you have a lot more hormones than men.
Oh.
Yes.
I know that.
Yes, you do.
Also, the menstrual cycle plays a
Yes, which is also something that men doesn't have, which she's talking about a menstrual cycle. So there's a lot more hormones, so it actually affects women in a deeper way. Also, these glands are weakened due to existing nerve dysfunction. So this means that there's different. So you could have your adrenal glands not working properly, subluxation on top of it, and you see why people are getting sick and dying in this country. Okay? The adrenal glands sit above the kidneys. The hormones they secrete can weaken the ability to digest, sleep, or decrease your immune defenses. Also, they can reduce the circulation to the heart, which could lead to any type of heart disease. A study in 2001 at the Cleveland Clinic of Ohio found that when a person is under stress, the body diverts blood flow away from the digestive system, which can result in indigestion, diarrhea, constipation, any type of colon spasm, incontinence. So a lot of people, there's 3 different areas where people carry stress. They're talking up here, people carrying stress and it affecting their stomach, right? I believe personally that's the 3rd area people carry it. The first is the neck and shoulders. The second, I believe, is in the low back. 3rd area is the stomach, where people carry stress. That's my opinion of what I've been doing for 8 years. A lot of people carry stress in your neck and shoulders, hence why headaches are so common in this country. Okay? Second is lower back. Third is the stomach, and you'll notice people not digesting properly, always have stomach problems, and it's due to stress. But get your adrenals functioning properly, and you can see a lot of that stress relieved. Statistics of stress. 70-80% of all visits to the doctor are stress-related illnesses. People experience heightened levels of anxiety, about 4 to 5 times are more likely to have fatal heart attacks or stroke. 50% of all illnesses are caused by stress. How many people agree with that? Right? We're all under a lot of stress. We all live in New York. We're not in Kansas right now. Some people may be watching from Kansas, but wish we didn't have the stress that you guys didn't have the stress that we had, right? We're in New York. Stressful. Walking outside, getting on that subway is very stressful. Right? People bumping into you. Stress is something that everybody needs to work on in this office. Everybody needs to learn stress reduction. Right? And there's also specific workshops that I've done in the past on stress reduction techniques. But stress is what causes the body to break down. Okay? So let's say they talk about stress in the immune system. So let's go over just a little bit of research on that. From Dr. Sternberg from the research, he's from the National Institute of Health, which is NIH, found that people under stress show a prolonged healing time, which takes them longer to heal, a decreased ability in their immune system to respond to any type of disease, and increased susceptibility to any viral infections like a common cold. So stress leads to all these different things. Okay? You can rebuild your stress glands by restoring the proper function of the nerves that control them, and by eliminating sugar and caffeine from your diet, by adding in vitamin B and C and certain adrenal gland extracts. So we talk about vitamin C all the time here. Most winter time long, I'm telling everybody to take vitamin C. Right? So keeping your immune system strong really helps keep your body healthy. So also we talk about the DSF, which is for the adrenal glands. That's something I talk to about all the time. I take that every single day. Now let's look at the third factor that is destroying your ability to heal, called chemical toxicity. Okay? The EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency, reviews an average of 1,700 new compounds in the industry seeking to introduce each year. In 1976, Toxic Substances Control Act requires that any new compounds be tested for ill effects before approval, only if evidence of potential harm effects. Such evidence is rare for new chemicals. The agency approves about 90% of the new compounds without any restrictions. In the U.S., there are 82,000 chemicals in use, of which only a quarter have ever been tested for toxicity. So, we talk about this. How do you know there's new drugs coming on the market every day? We see them being advertised on TV, right? How do they know how to take that drug off the market?
Somebody is sick.
It's how many people die from it. So they wait until about how many people die from it, and then they say, oh, let's do testing on it now. So this is how things are regulated in this country. This is why we teach right now, because most people don't know that. They think they're getting a medicine that's going to help them, but it's killing people. And how many times it's going to kill people until they say, let me check that, right? This is what's going on. This is why a lot of people are sick and dying in this country.
Plus they tested on rats.
Yes, yeah, they tested on specific.
Are they talking about those advancements where a certain medicine have certain side effects?
Yeah, I mean, you'll see that. He's talking about certain medicines have certain side effects, and you'll see that. And every single commercial, what are you seeing in the beginning? Somebody dancing in the air with their husband, and everything's beautiful. And what's the last minute of the commercial? The side effects. But the crazy thing is we laugh at the commercial, and then the next day go to the doctor and get the same exact drug. Because a lot of people are not researching how to keep themselves healthy. It's about what can I take to get better. It's not about that. Health isn't about from outside in. Health comes from inside out. And the more you start to understand that it's the body healing from inside out, the more you're going to be healthy. The more you rely on everything in the medicine cabinet to keep you healthy, the more your health is going to eventually go downhill as you get older. Does it make sense so far? Oh, let's go back. Our food. It says in a book, What You Don't Know May Be Killing You by Don Colbert, discovered that there are 3,000 chemicals and 10,000 solvent emulsifiers, which are used to stabilize processed foods in our food. So every day we're eating chemicals. And then you eat good food, right? Sometimes you go eat some really good vegetables, but the problem is we cook them, and we're cooking a lot of the nutrients out of the food. So you got to watch with that too. And a lot of people sit here like, what the hell do I do then? What do I eat? What do I do? Right? What do I do? I'm killing myself every day. Right? This is just to bring you the awareness of understanding some of the things that we're doing. I'm not saying to go home and never eat anything again. This is here to show you that what's really going on with our food, what's really going on with the chemicals, what's really going on with the medicine, what's really going on with the statistics of what's happening, because they don't show you that on the news. They don't tell you bad things on the news, except people dying every day and all that other stuff. They don't teach you really what's going on. The government controls us with the media. They control what we want through the media. They brainwash us to do what they want us to do.
There's a lot of play around the GMOs.
Of course.
So people are becoming more educated.
Well, now the great news about this millennium is that there is the internet. You could research anything. And that's a great thing, because more and more people are doing what? They're going home and saying, I don't know about that, let me look it up online. And they're getting some more education. There's more and more people that are showing up to my workshops because they want to learn more and more. This is what you have to do. You have to constantly be getting educated. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. Okay? The Bible says knowledge is power, and for the lack of knowledge, people do what? People perish. Right? Knowledge is power, guys. Our water, right? The encyclopedia studies have done, which are 88 million pounds of chemicals discharged into our lakes, streams, and rivers. Right? Our air, right? It says, according to EPA, people exposed to toxic air pollutants at sufficient concentrations and durations may have increased chances of getting cancer, damaged immune systems, neurological problems, reproductive problems, fertility problems, developmental problems, respiratory and other health problems. People exposed to this are not only getting problems with the air and breathing, but they're getting problems with, also causes problems within the soil and our water. So there's so much stuff and chemicals that we have to be worried about and understand. Okay? This is all research, guys. This is all proven research that we're going over here. Okay? It's a study of the Environmental Working Group found that how much pollution enters our bodies by checking blood in the placenta of a newborn child. Until the study was done, it was assumed by scientists that the unborn child was protected by these toxic chemicals. Now they did a study, 10 different newborn infants, on a range of chemical pollutants, and it showed that what? They found 180 chemicals that cause cancer in humans, 217 that are toxic to the brain and nervous system, and 208 chemicals that can cause side effects. So more and more research that's coming out now is showing how this is all affecting not only adults, but the children. Okay? Let's go through. The liver is the primary detoxifier of everything, and it enters the digestive tract or that you breathe or absorb through the skin. When there are too many chemicals, the liver cannot function properly. So your liver is to do what? It's to filter, right? It's to filter your body. It helps break down all these chemicals and toxins. But when we overload, the liver has to work what? 10 times harder, and the body keeps breaking down, and the liver can't function properly. Furthermore, the liver acts as it works as a processor, converting carbohydrates, fats, and proteins into fuel the body can use. Thus, if it cannot function properly, the health is in jeopardy. When the liver and kidneys cannot eliminate all these chemical impurities, they move into your bloodstream, and they can enter the cells and destroy the normal function. To prevent the destruction of the cells of the body, the body tries to surround the chemicals with fat. So your fat is there to help actually protect you. Okay? That's why they talk about good fats and bad fats. There's certain fats that there's certain parts of our body that needs fat. A lot of people think they just want to have no fat. That's not good. You need to have fat. You need to have healthy fat in your body to do exactly what it's saying there. Okay? The solution to pollution of our body is a nutritional cleanse. So we talk a lot about nutritional cleansing in this office. We have specific nutritional stuff that you can do to cleanse your body. Some people have done, like you'll notice certain cultures over certain periods of time through their religious beliefs, they cleanse. There's a cleansing period to cleanse and purify your body. There's also nutritional cleanses you can do. You can take specific vitamins and drinks to cleanse your body. You can also go on a food cleanse. There's different foods that can help you cleanse your body. Question?
Does that include fast?
Yes. Fasting is a great way to cleanse your body. You're cleansing all the impurities out, and you stop pulling in the chemicals. So that's what I say. A lot of religious groups do fasting for that reason. They believe cleansing the body, cleansing the spirit, cleansing the soul is very helpful for your body to rebuild.
You don't necessarily lose weight.
You don't have, no. A lot of people think, oh, I'm not going to eat, I'm going to lose weight. The thing is that you're cleansing out the bad, but you don't understand that your body also is going to make and do the things it needs to do to run itself. So a lot of times, like, why do diets not work all the time, right? Because it's not about, oh, let me just eat 500 calories and I'm going to be great. Your body has to make fuel too. Every day our body's making our body's doing itself to run itself. It has to make it. So if you don't eat the right proper fuel, the body has to make it. So I never like people to say, oh, I didn't eat today, I'm losing weight. You're not losing weight. Because the minute you eat, it's going to come right back on. It's not a healthy way to lose weight, let me tell you that. Okay? It says cleansing not only allows your body to function better, but it dramatically reduces fat and weight. Here are some examples. They talk about, I have some pictures of old patients here. We used to do a cleanse called isogenics. It was a 9-day cleansing program, a 9-day cycle, and you see after 9 days, you can see specific pounds and fat loss come off and get health back in your body. Okay? There's testimonies of people saying that how much weight they've lost from nutritionally cleansing themselves. So cleansing, yes, will help you lose weight, but it has to be healthy cleansing. Okay? You'll see just the differences in some of the patients that used to come in, or years ago, I used to work on these guys. This is not even my patient. This is somebody that we went to a seminar, and they put this slide up, and I took a picture of it to put it in here. But a lot of people lost a lot of different weight. And when I used to take the seminars on cleansing, you see these people from all over the country, from other colleagues of mine, and you see these people doing really well with nutritionally cleansing. They're meaning they're eating the right foods, and they're cleansing their body to get rid of all the crap out of their body. Okay? Okay? It says our offices offer our patients 3 solutions that improve their health and prevent chronic disease. First, to restore the nervous system, which is all what you're all doing here, getting adjusted. The second is rebuild your adrenal function, and the third, of course, is to cleanse your body. So get yourself adjusted, keep your nervous system healthy, right? You want to cleanse your body, and you always want to make sure your adrenal glands are functioning properly. Every single nutritional seminar that I've ever been to, everybody's always pushing the adrenal support, because the adrenals are helping your body run every second of the day. It's giving you that energy, making your body heal. Our goal is to help you and your family achieve and maintain your health throughout your lives through a natural approach to healthcare. So it says, for a comprehensive and personal treatment program, each person must individually be evaluated and to find the cause of their problem, whether it be trauma, stress, pollution, or a combination of these things. So that's why we do a private exam on everybody. I can't give every single person the same exact thing because everybody's different. Does that make sense? So everybody's treatment plan is different. Now you'll watch me adjust. Some people sit here all day and they'll watch me adjust patients and they're like, wow, he's trying to do everything similar. But I'm placing my hands differently. I'm adjusting those bones in different angles, different positions. So not everybody's getting the same exact thing. Some people I'm doing stretches on, some people I'm doing pulls, occipital lifts, I'm adjusting atlas, some people I'm just adjusting drop table lower back. Everybody's care in this office is based off your own individual x-rays. I like to take x-rays because it gives me the visual mechanics of what's going on, where the subluxations are, where the pressure is on the nervous system, and then I know exactly how to work on you strategically in my head, picturing your x-ray, the way your spine looks, to place my hands in the right position at the right time and give you that scientific chiropractic adjustment. So it's not like you're here, we're just jumping on you and see you later. We're giving you a specific scientific adjustment to make sure that your body's functioning properly. We always end the program with a gift. This wasn't the longest workshop tonight. It's also a rainy night, so I know some of you guys want to get home. But we always offer we always offer a gift at the end of the workshop. You know, one of the gifts I always give out is any of you that have any family and friends that came to the workshop tonight that weren't here, we offer them a free evaluation in our office. So if you know your wife hasn't been in, or your husband's giving you a problem about coming in, or if there's a money issue, or there's just some issue why people haven't been in here, any of your friends and family within this next week get a free evaluation by me in my office, which includes x-rays. So the gift tonight is the gift of health, right? So if you know family members that are trying to get in here but think, I don't know if I can afford to come in, I don't know if my insurance can cover, if they have every excuse in the world, let them know the doctor's going to give you a free evaluation just because I went to his workshop, right? And then you already know next workshop, that's why more people will be here too. So expect to get a nice gift, okay? The second gift I have for people is we talk a lot about specific types of nutrition, okay? There's a lot of great nutrition that I've studied throughout the years that I have in the closet here that can really help you. The first nutrition that I would suggest, what we talked a lot about tonight was the adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands are a big part in your energy and how well your body's regulating. We have something called DSF. Here's my bottle right here. I take this every single day. It's called De-Stress Formula. It's specifically for your adrenal glands. I take this every day. I suggest that everybody in the country be on DSF, especially if you're under some sort of stress. Okay? George just got on it as well. Just to let you know, tonight, if you do purchase any type of nutrition, the second gift for everybody is you get 10% off anything in the closet. So, Donna, great night to buy your cleanse, right? Your cleanse drink. We also have nutritional cleanses here. A lot of people, there's different types of cleanses, okay? There's a week cleanse, there's a month cleanse, there's daily cleanses. So it all depends on what's best for you. So if you're sitting here wondering like, hey, maybe a nutritional cleanse may work for me, we got to find out what specific cleanse is going to be best for you. Okay? Because I don't want you buying a 30-day cleanse and by day 5 you're like, forget it, and you wasted your money. I'm not interested in people buying stuff just to buy it. I'm interested in people that are going to take something and follow through to get the best health with what we're doing here. So we have 1-week cleanses, we have cleanse drinks, we have 1-month cleanse. So if you're interested in a cleanse, like I said, same exact thing, talk to myself or Christina, and we can teach you about specific cleanses that we have here, and you'll also get 10% off anything you buy as well. Okay? We're at the end of the workshop. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Next month, we're going to be doing something completely different than today. I hope that everybody learned something. We want to make sure that you bring more people. I love to educate. I love to put PowerPoints together and research together so everybody can learn. And how many more people need to hear this? Raise your hand if you think somebody else maybe needs to hear this. Right? Somebody at home that may be on drugs. Somebody home that may be just sitting home watching TV. Watching TV. But, you know, listen, take a half hour, an hour out of your time once a month to come learn something new can change your life. Maybe it may not change yours right now, but maybe you could go educate somebody at work about what you learned tonight, and it can help somebody else, right? Help those who help others. Is that what they say? Help those who help others, right? Yeah, exactly. That's a great line there too. So we want to make sure that we're helping our family. We don't want to be the only ones healthy, right? We want our husbands to be there. We want our wives to be there. So health is a family thing. That's why you see whole families coming in here, kids and all, because we don't want to be the only one on the cruise ship. We want the family to be with us. I appreciate everybody coming tonight. Thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing you at the next workshop, and this video will be on YouTube. And thanks, guys. I look forward to seeing you guys next time.